Is a cheap flight still cheap if the fees keep stacking up? Let's check it out.
Okay, so I'm at the Atlanta airport right now, and I was supposed to fly out on a Frontier flight straight to San Francisco at 8:15, and it is now 9:30. And why am I still here? Well, let me tell you, fun little story. Okay, so I bought my ticket months ago. Okay, so they sent me an email today and they're like, oh, hey, the plane's filling up, so if you have flexible traveling ability, like, you can switch to a new flight for free and we'll give you free baggage. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So I get here and I get to my gate an hour and a half early, as I always do, because I'm a paranoid gal. And I'm sitting there and they call for my group to board. So I get up and I go scan my ticket and she goes, oh, you're not on this flight. And I said, oh, I most definitely am. Look at my boarding pass. And she goes, oh, well, I guess we just don't have room for you. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, so we'll have to get you out on the next flight to San Francisco.
Hello, sir.
All right, good afternoon.
Great.
Let's check this out here. This bag a little bit heavy here, sir.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. I mean,
You sure, sir?
It's the carry-on size, but it's a little bit too heavy.
It's a carry-on. See, I'm about to carry it on,
I
sir.
understand, but the size, the pounds.
I have to
too-
pay for this?
Yes, sir, you do.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
You know what?
sorry.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Yes, sir.
How about now, sir?
Wonderful. This is wonderful.
You want to measure it up?
Oh yeah. This bag feels the right size and pound.
I appreciate you, man. I knew we could do it.
There you go. You're awesome. Thank you. Go right there. Thank you.
The duality of a woman is twerking 1 minute and choking yourself the next. This is part 1 of what turned into an 88-hour travel saga from New York City to Atlanta. My first mistake was flying Frontier. The $50 that I saved wasn't even worth it because I had to pay $70 for check bags both ways. But in my head, I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm spending Juneteenth in New York. I'm gonna see my friends. I'm gonna see my sisters. It's all gonna be worth it. Wrong. Granted, I did have a great time when I was in New York until my stay was extended for 3 days because Frontier fucked with the wrong bitch. But we'll get into that later. I got through security fine even though my license is voided, and I had to go to the back rooms of the Atlanta airport to fly Frontier. Like, it was a 20-minute walk from TSA to my gate in the back of the airport. And I was stressed because I left an hour before my flight and I was thinking that my flight was gonna be on time. Yeah, spoiler alert, that shit was delayed by 5. Bathroom looking like a damn fool because I was about to be played with. In total, I got 6 different texts from Frontier every 20 minutes or so telling me a different time for my flight departure. I wasn't paying it any mind because it kept changing. I had my book, I had my Nito, I was cool. Until it's 9 p.m. and I get this text that our departure isn't until 12 a.m. This is what the Frontier gates look like at the airport. I was supposed to land in New York at 12:03 a.m. Now I'm not leaving until then. This is how I was feeling. Frontier, you pissed me the fuck off. I was mad, and part of it was that I was hangry, and I knew that I had hella time now, so I had to go get something to eat. It was so late in the airport at this point that the cleaning things were out. I thought the food was gonna bring a slight wave of peace and joy. That shit was $30! So now I'm even more mad because I already know I'm gonna spend a bag in New York City, and my check didn't come in yet. It's 1 a.m. at this point. I'm finally boarding my plane. I had to double tap it for good luck because that's what my pilot—
We going to Vegas for our girls trip, and so come travel with me from Houston to Viva Las Vegas, baby. I was up bright and early at 5:15. I got in my Uber at about 5:45. Y'all should be proud of me, okay? I was not rushing to the airport for once. I was not stressed out. I was chilling, damn near falling asleep in the Uber. I got to the airport about 6:20 in the morning. Boarding started at 6:45. Like, y'all, I was good today. Not gonna lie, the only reason I was responsible today was because I've never flown Frontier before, and I was scared, bitch, scared. It was my first time flying a budget airline, and I feel like they don't play around, so I was scared. I did not want to get my ass left in Houston, but I had to, bro. The way I booked this trip last minute, Southwest was $650, United was $800, bitch. Hell no, I had to suck it up and get on Frontier. And as you guessed it, yep, this travel day was kind of a shit show. I get to IAH, my boarding pass says Terminal A with no gate. I get through security, I check the board, bitch, time, so it wasn't too big of a deal. I heard they were strict with the bag rules, so I was kind of scared. I put my purse inside my backpack, but girl, them people did not even look at my bag. We were supposed to take off at 7:30. I immediately fell asleep when I sat down. I was so tired. I woke up, girl, why were we just taking off at 9:10? We sat at the gate for almost 2 hours. I don't know what the holdup was. I don't know if it was weather related or what, but honestly, I'm not complaining because those 2 hours I slept, which I needed since I stayed up all night. The flight was pretty empty, so I had the whole row to myself, and I laid down and I was slumped. Even on those uncomfortable, hard ass, stiff ass chairs, I was able to fall asleep. When we landed in Denver, we didn't have a gate, so we sat on the runway for another 45 minutes just waiting. Y'all, the last time I was in the Denver airport was during COVID when I flew out to see this guy. Oh my god, the flashbacks were coming through when I was sitting on the airport floor crying my eyes out. Oh god. My layover was supposed to be 3 hours, but since all the delays...
Let's fly Frontier Airlines again. If you were here last summer, you know just how tragic this was. So Frontier, redeem yourself. Fast forward to April 2024, and here I am getting ready to get on another Frontier flight. I don't know why, but it was so hard for me to find this damn gate. Once I got to the airport, I was inside, outside, up, down so much I thought it was crazy. No, boo, I'm trying to check this bag. After walking around for like 20 minutes, I finally found it, and check-in was pretty smooth. I have no complaints, honestly. Child, this was the line for security. I mean, not for me, though, because I was on my way to TSA pre-check. Oh, get out my way with this damn backpack, lady. She was pissing me off. Well, there was no need to rush to TSA pre-check because they didn't open till 4, and I got there at 3:30. What's the point of telling people to be at the airport if you're traveling internationally 2 hours early and you don't open? Literally no sooner than I sat down, I was eating the runway, serving the runway, pumping the runway all the way to that damn seat, and if you know me, it's got to be a window seat. Now let's get into the notes. This aircraft was already 8 billion times better than the last one I was on when I went to Vegas. There was definitely a lot more space, but you already know how I feel about this tray. I didn't want to have a repeat of last year. Now this is what I'm talking about. Kenny approved. Now this is where things started to get a little spooky. Takeoff was smooth. I have no complaints, but Frontier, please, for the love of God, start giving out snacks so people don't feel like they have to bring their biggest big bag garlicky meal on the flight. It makes me nauseous every time. Have no fear. I have the perfect remedy. It is my Netflix show, and it will knock me clean out. I swear, no sooner than I closed my eyes, we were landing. Yay!
Okay, so sorry I don't have my headphones today, but every time I fly Frontier, I've been making a habit of showing you guys Anyways, so I've been making a habit of showing you guys which bags fit as a Frontier personal belongings bag because I do not pay for carry-on bags. I do not pay for checked bags. I will literally stuff this stuff to the max and then figure it out. But I fly Frontier so often and I have social anxiety, and like, what if my personal bag doesn't fit in the thing and then I have to pay $100 and everybody's staring at me? So got my Baze Weekender bag.
Welcome to the Eastern.
Okay, so I'm Baze Weekender dupe. It's on my Facebook. But I will show you that it fits. And this is like probably the biggest bag that I have brought to Frontier to see if it fits as a personal item. So let's do it.
I don't know if you noticed, but I did not, like, I guided it in, but I did not shove it in there. And I just want to clarify, this is a game changer. This is awesome. If you want to see the other bags that fit, I have like a ton of other videos. Maybe I'll make an album to put on the top of my story because this is probably like the 4th or 5th one I've made. So
Frontier is what people wish Spirit Airlines was. At least that's what I've been told, so let's fly Frontier for the first time so we could see what's up. I have always been a girl that just flowed United, American, and JetBlue. Last week we checked out Spirit Airlines to see what that was about, and this week we're going to check out Frontier as well. I have heard very mixed things about Frontier, mainly that Frontier is what people think Spirit is, and y'all saw me try Spirit for the first time last week and loved it. Smoothest ride I've ever had and so cheap. I'm talking round trip under $100, you guys. So I'm curious to see how Frontier compares because I heard that there's a bag thing here where they put your bag into the personal item and carry on every single person before boarding. However, for my flight, that wasn't the case. So let's get into the things that I realized. First, I'll say they don't really have a section in the airport. They were given a very tiny corner and no bag check-in area from what I saw. You just went straight to security and then to your gate. I did come to the airport 2 days ago to book my flight in person, and turns out the rumors are true. It's cheaper to book your flight in person, so I actually got this flight for super cheap, which I posted that video already. Now let's get into the actual takeoff.
So y'all, I rode Frontier for the very first time, and y'all, I'm eating my chopped cheese. I had to go to New York for like not even a day, and I'm a messy eater, so it's like, girl, get it together. But yeah, Frontier a little ghetto, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can't even bring roller suitcases on the plane. But y'all, everybody was hyped to get on the plane. Like, I know we all ready to go. And the lady, she was kind of being rude. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, my double chin, stop, please. But y'all, yeah, so I'm not scared to get on the plane. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know if it was gonna be a big plane, a small plane, but it was a really big plane. Like, it felt like Soul Plane.
Not every airline is as particular as Frontier. Frontier's people make a commission off of them getting you to buy a carry-on at the last minute. That's what they're not telling you. It's personal to them. So they're trying to get you. But we ain't getting got this year. My name's Jess, and I'm going to give you all a few tips and tricks on how to save money when you're in the airport. Let's go. So for starters, if you're traveling with an airline that is economical or cheap like Spirit or Frontier, you need to really consider getting a personal size luggage. This is the luggage that I use instead of a carry-on, because carry-on prices start off at minimum around $37 one way, and that's when you buy it when you first buy your ticket. The carry-on one way, and then $60 for carry-on back. That's $120. I don't pay any money when I use my personal size item. You see this suitcase? They want it to fit into this right here. Frontier makes you put your suitcases in the personal item. I will show you an image of a person checking. So when you are about to board your plane in Frontier, they will literally be like, make sure your bag can fit in here. The individual standing by gate D4 is waiting to upcharge you for your personal item not fitting in that box. I have bags from the airport. Whenever I go to airports, I ask the random little stores for bags. This is a bag from the Atlanta airport. This is a bag from the New Orleans airport.
How's it going, YouTube? This is for those wondering if their carry-on and personal item fits for the Frontier and Spirit Airlines. So I got my suitcase, my carry-on from Amazon, and that's my book bag for the personal item, both of which fit. If you want to know their dimension requirements, just go to the Frontier's website. I got my suitcase, my carry-on from Amazon, and I made sure that it fit Frontier's requirements. That's JetBlue over there. That fit also. To the right, we have Spirit Airlines. And again, the carry-on suitcase fit and met their dimension requirements, and the personal item book bag fit. So if you're just bringing a book bag for any of the three, Frontier, Spirit, or Jet, you'll be just fine. Just, lay it down horizontally. You'll be just fine. Their website has their requirements, like the video.
We are doing a personal item check. And this is what we take with us to travel on our 3-day trip. Don't need to spend money on a carry-on. Subscribe to His Anissa and follow us around the world.
I never thought there could be a cheaper airlines than Spirit until I flew with Frontier the first time, and man was I wrong. Just like Spirit, you're allowed one personal bag, no carry-on, so I went to measure my bag to check if it fits, and it turns out it doesn't. Frontier's bag size is slightly smaller than Spirit, so I went to the bathroom to put on as many layers as I possibly could to make it fit. Also, apparently Frontier employees get a commission if you end up having to pay the $50 to $60 baggage fee, so I wasn't taking any chances. I may have worn everything backwards, but I'd rather die of overheating than pay the fee. But I was still super nervous that they were going to check me, but they ended up being really super chill and didn't even seem to care. Once we got on the plane, we then proceeded to do absolutely nothing for 2 hours. They didn't really explain what was going on, but considering I only paid $50 for the flight, I really didn't care. If Spirit is a 5 out of 10, Frontier is a solid 5 out of 10 as well. This ain't Southwest. You get what you pay for.
Today I'm going to measure out all the personal item bins to see if the dimensions displayed are actually the correct size. Starting off with Spirit. It displays 18, 14, and 8. It's actually 19 inches. And then long we have 9, which is also another extra inch. And height is 15 and a half. So to our surprise, Spirit has an additional inch than what it shows. That's great. The controversial Frontier. It's weird because it doesn't display anything, but we're going to figure out the true size. We have 18 long, 8 wide, and the depth is 14. So there you have it.
So I am at Hobby Airport and I came to check in at Frontier. Yes, Frontier. Anyway, I went to check in over there and they told me that I need to pay $28 to check in. And I said, so what do I need to do to avoid paying the $28? And they say, well, just check in your phone. So anyway, that's another way of getting us enslaved with our phones. So here I am again on my phone, and I'm gonna check.
This backpack was $99 to put on the plane because it didn't fit in Frontier's personal item sizer. That is why I love takeoff luggage. This suitcase was created to fit that sizer. It has wheels on it that can be taken off, and once you take them off, it becomes a free-flying personal item. So you don't have to lug around a heavy backpack, carry it on your back or anything. All you have to do is not overpack it and stick it under the seat in front of you. Click below to order.
Does the way bigger carry-on size actually fit? Let's test it against 18 domestic, international, and low-cost carriers, and there is a surprise. Spirit, it fits. Frontier, it fits. United, that's a fit. Air Canada, yep. Alaska, you too. Hawaiian, join the club. JetBlue, it's a go. Air France and KLM, check and check. British Airways, easy fit. Lufthansa, Swiss, and Austrian, triple yes. Aeromexico, good to go. Delta, it's a fit. Southwest, it fits. EasyJet, let's see. Even, that's a fit. And Ryanair, not so much, but that.
I thought it was interesting how strict Frontier was about their bag size policy on this particular flight. For some context, I was flying on a base ticket with no carry-on included. This means I was only allowed a small personal item for free. While I had no problems, several passengers were quote-unquote caught and had to pay a ridiculous amount for carry-on luggage.
Okay, so this is the Frontier bag check box. I'm just gonna put in my personal bag. This is a good backpack. You go in like this, and usually they say 18 inches height, but it doesn't matter. The height could be this way as well. And this is just a backpack, a regular backpack that fits in.
Whenever I find a good deal on a budget airline like Spirit, I always pack my underseater luggage, and this is what I've been using for over 5 years. I purchased this from Kohl's. This helps me to save on baggage costs, and it has worked for very short trips.
Are you flying Spirit Airlines and wondering what bag is a good fit for the free personal item? This is the bag that I wanted to check. Try not to pack too tightly. I've seen them try to charge someone after stuffing their bag in. I checked when no one was around in case I needed to readjust for a better fit without bringing attention to myself.
I'm about to catch another flight. Apple bone make 'em wanna bite. I just wanna have a good night. I just wanna have a good night.
Avoid paying for extra luggage with Spirit Airlines. It has to be less than 18 by 14 by 8 inches. And this could fit under the seat too. I recently got this bag from Amazon. I can bring my laptop, my iPad, clothes, shoes, and toiletries. Wrap your jacket around you and bring a fanny pack. Now it's time to get to the airport.
Dreaming, talking in your sleep. I know you want to cry all night. Shouting, screaming, finding reason to defend all of your violent nights. Promise me.
Hey, Scott Lair, thecruisegenius.com, Cancun Airport. Okay, at least with Frontier, here's how it works. You got a bag you want to check, right? Well, if you go up to the front counter, they're going to charge you $35 to check that bag. But this is what you need to do. You just come right over here, Frontier, continue. You got your boarding pass, you can't scan it. And then you click in your confirmation code. And right down here, it's going to print out that long white strip of paper, double-sided, so that you can go ahead and put that on your bag. and that's going to save you $35 at Frontier. So that is a super secret tip. Before you get in that long line, come over here to one of these kiosks and get your tag to print out your bags. Scott Lair, ScottLair1961 on Twitter, thecruisegenius.com. Like and subscribe.
You have a huge backpack. Let's check this out. Let's see if this fits in a Spirit bag. It's 18 by 14 by 4. Massive backpack, packed to the gills. And now let's see if it fits in. And there we go. We can put the straps in and meets regulation right there. Love that purchase. And it fits. You can check.
Okay, we're flying Frontier, and I'm trying to see if my backpack will work as a personal item. So we're gonna go measure it to go see who measures this.
Let's see if it fits. Yeah. Oh, sideways. You're good.
After you add everything up, the flight is only cheap if the total is. Y'all let me know what you think.